Vera?
I'm sorry, Meg. I didn't mean to wake you.
Oh, it's just dozing.
I bought you some flowers.
Oh, they're lovely, thank you. Tracy and Mr. Morris all right?
Well, as far as I know. But it makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, whether our job's worth it. First of all, I'm attacked on the way home, and now you. Well, I think those people won't stop at anything until they get that little criminal. Oh, look, I'm sorry, Meg. Is there much pain?
I thought you were sick. Shouldn't you be home in bed?
I just didn't want to be at work.
It's not like you.
Well, I made a fool of myself. I couldn't bear the thought of Jim knowing, laughing at me. Hasn't he told you all about it?
Jim? No.
Well, I met someone last night. He came back to my place. He'll never see me again, not that I want him to. But he was much younger, and I don't know why even... What's wrong with me?
You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Vera. You're only human.
Am I?
Mr. Morris.
The sister said I could stay for 5 minutes, which doesn't seem very long to thank you for saving Tracy's life.
Well, you know Vera Bennett?
Oh, yeah. How are you?
I'll have to be going now. Take care.
Thanks for coming.
Well, how are you feeling?
I'm told I'm going to live, which I'm rather happy about.
I'll never be able to thank you enough for what you did, Mick.
Please, you're making me feel like a martyr.
Look, this may not be the right moment, but the last time I asked you to dinner, you said you had double shift or something. Now, when you get out of hospital, I'm not going to take no for an answer, right?
I'd like that.
Good.
Like that.
Oh, look, don't start that again.
You're starting to look like a shriveled up old prune. No man would look twice at you.
Well, whose fault's that? I've been looking after you for 12 years. When have I had a chance to even meet a man?
No, that's right. Blame me. Well, just look at where you work. A prison. Why can't you get yourself a decent job? You're getting old and hard before your years, Vera.
Oh, look, lay off, Mum. Just lay off.
Talking about when you were a child. Oh, she was strict, all right. Wouldn't let you have any pets, wouldn't let you study painting, which you loved. But it goes deeper than that, Vera. She never said a nice word to you. It was always how plain you were, clumsy, how badly you were doing at school.
Move on, Judy. You're shuffling the flaming spots off.
Sorry, I was just thinking, that's all. I think Phyllis may have a point. You know, if I were Tracy, I wouldn't trust any of us either.
Oh, for all rubbing out and bumping off, contact B. Smith. Queer the hick women. Husbands, 50% off.
What about me?
Quick draw, McDowell.
What about Lizzie? She could hire herself out, except she doesn't know if she bumped anyone off or not.
What?
Well, you always reckoned you killed how many blokes? 4.
Well, I didn't, and it was proved.
But you thought you did, which means you really think you could murder someone.
Well, so could anybody if they were pushed. So why don't you quit pushing?
Which one of you rotten cows lagged?
None of us said moo.
Oh, very funny. I've only got a couple of days to go. What are you trying to do?
What did you tell Davo?
Nothing.
Then sit down and shut up. None of us dobbed you in.
Well, who did? Oh, I get it, Tracy, and you just let her.
Short of gagging her, there was nothing I could do.
Oh, I bet. All you care about is saving your own neck.
You know, you and Tracy make a damn good pair, always running to me for help and then blaming me for your own stupidity.
Oh, you think you know it all, don't you? Yeah, she may have a point. What makes you so sure?
I've been inside 10 years. You soon learn to know what makes them tick. by what they do and what they say. Are you satisfied?
But how can you be so sure you know why they say and do things?
Are you trying to tell me I don't know Doreen and Lizzie backwards and inside out?
No, no. I'm just trying to find out what they know about you.
All they need to know.
But you're top dog, aren't you? I mean, you can't let them find out too much because they might find a weakness.
What is this, True Confessions or something?
No, I'm just trying to let you know how Tracy would feel.
That's her problem.
Okay. Let's try a little experiment.
Oh, play by yourself.
Jock Stewart.
I don't want to talk about him.
No, I'm talking about me, honey. Do you know that I could have killed him if I had the chance?
Well, you're not telling us anything new.
No, but it means that I am capable of cold-blooded murder.
Oh, killing Jock Stewart would have been justifiable homicide.
Yeah.
You're no more a cold-blooded killer than I am.
Oh, maybe I am. I just didn't get the chance, that's all. And how do you know that you're not? Yours was premeditated.
I hadn't planned to kill my old man's lover. Just hit her hard enough to make her leave him alone.
And what about your husband?
He deserved it. If it wasn't for him, Debbie would still be alive.
Would you do it again?
Yes, and that's common knowledge too.
And how did you feel when you killed him?
Wonderful. And if I was a cold-blooded killer, why didn't I bump Vera off when I had the chance?
You almost did, Pete.
But almost isn't the same as doing it, is it?
Yeah, pity.
And what about you when you came back in here after Frankie had been killed? You were after Karen Travers high, but you couldn't bring yourself to do it. Now, what's the difference?
Do you know something? Tracy should be here now hearing all of this.
Oh, you've got to be joking. You'd scare the living daylights out of her. I'm beginning to have doubts myself.
No, I'm serious. When I was on the outside, I went to one of these, group therapy things, self-help. It really was marvelous at getting people to understand each other.
It's funny farm stuff, isn't it?
No, it's not. I mean, all you do is you just sit around and you discuss things. You talk about what really is bothering you inside. It really helps. It would help Tracy to understand us.
Like Alcoholics Anonymous, you mean?
Do you more harm than good?
Or drug addict groups.
Well, something like that.
You've got to be out of your mind.
And what have you got to be frightened of, Bea?
Me? Doesn't worry me. I'll even give you the morning off. Phil, you could arrange for the press to pack up tomorrow morning, couldn't you?
Sure.
Well, I've got a gut feeling you are going to have your hands full.
Tracy? Tracy, it's Bea. Are you all right?
Oh, come on, love. You'll go crazy if you stay in there. No one will come near you, I promise.
What are you doing here, Smith?
Just carrying out the governor's pleasure, Miss Bennett.
Seeing you're so interested in Morris, you can take her breakfast tray back to the kitchen. You can start in the laundry hunt.
Yes, Miss Bennett. Hope you're not missing the press too much, Bea.
No, it gives me a chance to see the more scenic spots. But you'll take care of it for me, won't you?
Hey, Tracy, if you want to get rid of your foot and mouth disease, get it sewn up.
Oh, get out. Don't worry about Leach, love. Her bark's worse than her bite.
Nobody asked your opinion, Smith. Now hurry up.
Have you seen Mrs. Jackson?
She's alive, no thanks to you.
Mrs. Davidson wants to see you in half an hour, Tracy.
Can I see my father?
You better to... Ask Mrs. Davidson.
Yes, I know the press is out of order, but there's plenty of other work they could be doing. Besides, it shouldn't take too long to repair.
Until it is, I see no harm in allowing the women to spend their time doing something which could be quite constructive.
A group like that needs professional guidance.
At the moment, they feel it would be more of a hindrance than a help.
They don't like supervision because it interferes with their little schemes.
One of the things we try to encourage, Miss Bennett, is a sense of responsibility. Now, I feel that both Bryant and Smith are quite genuine in their concern for this girl, and I intend transferring her to Bryant's cell.
Well, no doubt that was Bryant's idea.
As a matter of fact, it was.
Well, you can't be serious, Mrs. Davidson. You know she has an ulterior motive.
Well, I tend to trust her. And if there are pressures, then Tracy can be moved. But at the moment, I feel too much isolation could be damaging. Come in.
Tracy Morris, Mrs. Davidson.
Good, show her in. Thank you, Miss Bennett. Tracy, you'll be pleased to hear that they've charged a man with a shooting.
Does that mean I can get out on bail? I can go home?
Unfortunately, no. Although they have very strong suspicions, there is not enough proof to charge the man responsible for hiring the gunman.